Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this video breakdown, I want to show you a tip that'll allow you to read man or zone coverage pre-snap, and this is something that you can use that should help you as far as improving your quarterback rating and your pass percentage. And if you know, any quarterback, whether it be an NFL quarterback, a college quarterback, or even a high school quarterback, if he's able to pre-snap and read the coverage before the snap, he's going to have that better of a chance of completing the pass because he knows where he needs to go with the ball as far as what type of coverage he's dealing with. So let's go ahead and take a look at something you can do here in Madden 20 to allow you to do that. So what we're going to do here is, if you're following along, I'm going to show you the play that we're going to start off with, and then we're going to work our way around a few different offensive plays and formations. So what we're going to start off with here is the single back ace quick slants. And this is from the Saints playbook. Of course, the single back ace is in a lot of different formations. As far as the defensive play that I want to start off with here is the 3-4 under. It's called cover 4 quarters. It's out of the Panthers playbook. So if you're following along and you want to try these two plays, this will give you an idea of what I'm trying to show. So let's go ahead and get on the field here. And what I want to show you here is I want you guys to go ahead and concentrate on this defender right here. It's going to be the cornerback over here towards the right. And what I want to do is I want to just go ahead and hot route this receiver on the right on a streak route. Now, you don't have to do this, but especially once you get familiar with what I'm showing, you don't even have to do it because you'll be able to tell what the cornerback's doing pre-snap once you get the idea. But for now, the easiest thing to do is just to go ahead and hot route him on a streak. And I want to go ahead and zoom in on this because I want to show you what this is going to do as you look at this. So let's go ahead and zoom. And you'll notice, as you look, you'll notice that the receiver's route, this streak route that I hot route him on, is running between the cornerback's legs right here as you look at it. Now, what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and audible to a different defense. And I want you guys to keep an eye on that corner. A couple things are going to happen here. You're going to notice that as we go back and zoom, and I'm going to show you something else here in just a minute as we keep going through this. Let's go back in here and zoom in on here. That might be a little too far in from what I wanted to show you. Let's go ahead and do the zoom again. This time, you'll notice that the receiver's streak route is running to the inside of this guy's right foot when he's in press coverage and he's in man. If he was in zone coverage, which we'll show here in just a bit, it would be over in this area here. The line would run between the corner's legs. In this case, it's running to the right here towards this guy's leg, right? You can see on your screen right there as you're looking at it. So that's how you can tell if it's man or zone coverage right off the bat. Let's go ahead and run another play, or look at another, well, not another play, but another look at this. And what I want to show you is just go into a different defense, but out of the same formation. So let's go back into the same offensive formation we've been doing this from. We're doing the quick slants here. And then what I want to do is I want to go into this one here. This is called, let's not do that play there. Let's do this one. This is called cover 1 hole right here as far as the play goes, or hole. And as you look at it, we're going to go ahead and hot route that same receiver on a streak. And again, I want to go ahead and zoom in on him. Now keep in mind, this is man coverage as you're looking at it. And you're going to notice in man coverage, the defender's foot is right here. And so when it was zone, it was running in between here, but man, it runs right here. So again, if you see that the line as far as the streak route is not being ran in between, but running to the inside or to the outside, it's going to end up being man coverage. Man coverage, if it's bump and run man coverage, it should be to the outside. Let's go ahead and put him in man here and bump and run. In this case, against this particular defense, it's cover 1. It's still running to the inside. Nevertheless, as long as it's running to the inside and not in between, it's going to tell you it's man coverage. So that's something that you can do that's going to allow you to be able to tell if it's man or zone coverage. So keep in mind, if it runs in between the legs of the defender, it's going to be zone coverage. If it runs to the inside, generally it's going to be man coverage. Something else you can do if you can, if you got this, for example, look at this, and let's go ahead and zoom back in again. If you use your fake play art, which is what I'm doing right now, it doesn't really matter if it's a run play, pass play. In this case, it's a run play. Let's go ahead and zoom back out here just a second because I want to kind of zoom a little too far in on that. let's get it back over here and see if we can get that in there for you. Okay, so as you look at it, again, even though this is a run play, the idea of this is the same. This guy's right here supposed to be run blocking, but you'll notice as he's run blocking, his run block line is into the inside foot there. If this was zone coverage, then let's go ahead and go back into zone here. Let's go back into zone. That one's a little harder to tell there on that, but generally that's going to end up being to the inside there. Let's see if we can't reset the play. Let's go back in here to into that cover 4 play. And general the rule of the thumb is what I was saying, is that it's always going to kind of show here. Let's go back into this cover 4 and go back into that same play I showed earlier. Let's just run the quick slants, but I want to show you with this play art. There again, now if we zoom in, let's go ahead and zoom in again here. You're going to see, let's go ahead and zoom in right there a little bit. I'll make it a little better for you guys. Again, you can see as you look at your screen that line's running in between his legs. So again, that tells you that it's zone coverage rather than man coverage. All right, so that's what I wanted to point out there. All right, let's go into something else some other players might do. I'm kind of walking you through a little bit of different things. Same formation, same defensive formation as well. We're going to go back into that quarters formation again. Okay, and again, I want you guys to focus in on that defender right there. So we're going to go ahead and just do what we did earlier. We're just going to go ahead and hot route that receiver on a streak. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and zoom in again. I know it sounds a little bit repetitive, but I'm trying to get this across to you guys that this is how this works. So again, you can see it's zone coverage right there because it runs in between his lines. Now, what if they call press coverage? Does that change anything? So let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Let's go ahead and zoom in again on that. Take a look at it, see what it does here. It's still, as you look at it, it's running in between his legs. So again, that shows you that it's zone coverage. However, say they audible. So they go ahead and call that zone defense. Then they decide to go ahead and audible, right? Look what those corners just did. They just slid to the inside. And then if we go ahead and zoom in again, you can imagine what you're going to find is now the line isn't running in between, but running to this side of his foot as far as you're looking at your screen. If we're looking at a screen, it's going to be the right foot as we're looking at it, but from the defensive perspective, it would be his left foot. But you can see right there, again, it's not running in between, so that tells us it's man coverage. So before the snap, we're able to tell right off the bat that this is man or zone coverage. Let's go look at something else here, and let's go from a different formation. Matter of fact, let's just go into a shotgun formation, a typical shotgun formation. A lot of us might run this. Let's just say we run this doubles offset formation, and let's just run this defensive thing out of the. Let's just run it out of the nickel normal cover 4 quarters, and we're going to run that double slants play. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and hot route him on a streak just to show you guys this. And like I said, once you guys get familiar with this, you can just won't even have to even hot route a guy on a streak, or you can just use your audibles or your fake plays and just kind of bluff plays and kind of hopefully you got one that has a streak where it can show it without even having to do any hot routing. But anyways, you can see again, this is zone coverage. He's doing that. So again, if he goes and calls bump and run, and we go ahead and zoom back in again. Same thing, you see he's running between his legs, so it tells us it's zone coverage. If he audibles into cover 2 man, you saw him just slid to the inside, and the same result, it is now man coverage. So kind of a cool thing that you guys can use to be able to read if it's zone or man coverage. Something else too, if you had to, you could always just reset the play. And there, you notice right there when I did that, it reset it. But if you look, let's just see what happens right there. Now that corner's way, way to the outside, and it's not running between his legs. But if you look at the defense, guess what? It's in man coverage still. So as long as it's not running in between his legs, you can pretty much know if it's man or zone coverage. So hopefully this is something you guys can use that's going to allow you to read the pre-snap, before the snap, and get a pretty good idea if it's man or zone coverage. Now, obviously, I haven't tested this out on every single offensive formation in the game, So I don't know if it works on every single formation. So it's something that you might want to mess around with. If you got some favorite formations, go in and check it out and see if it's man or zone, if it works the way I'm showing here on the screen. But hopefully it's an idea that will be something that you guys can use the rest of the season to help improve your quarterback rating and your pass percentages. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel. I'm getting some more subscribers, which is always good. And I'll try to keep pumping out some videos throughout the rest of the Madden season and the NFL season, and probably beyond that as well. And just hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm doing. So again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thanks again.